We need 3 in a row, fellas.
Welcome everyone to Tempe, Arizona and Mountain America Stadium. Home to the Arizona State Sun Devils, where Sparky is getting been sharpening this morning in anticipation of this one. We believe we've got a great one in store today. We got to beat some.
To the top 25. Now when you go on the road, that's when you prove you belong. Next you'll see the number 21 team in the country, the Oregon Ducks, taking on the winners of 3 straight, the Arizona State Sun Devils. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. The Ducks will put total leather and we'll get started. From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. Not a lot of
yes, sir.
Found good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. So the Arizona State Sun Devils offense is on the field for the first time today. And here's the man they want to get the ball to in this passing game. This is the type of receiver, David, when he's covered, he's still open.
He's still putting that hand up in the air. Coach, I'm still open. And more importantly, his quarterback knows
Oh, wow.
They're going to move him all over the field. They're going to feature him on offense. They're going to make sure he gets a lot of touches, whether he's open or whether he's open, because he's always open.
And that play is essentially like a jet sweep, right? This offense is going to run the football conventionally. They'll do it between the tackles. They'll do it outside. But there's a lot of different creative ways they can get their playmakers the football in the running game. And I think
it's complete. A huge pickup. That defense got gassed, but they finally get him to the turf at the 47. To the air on first down. And the defense is all over the quarterback, and down he goes.
And I love playing man coverage on the back end, getting those receivers' faces. Don't let them feel comfortable and run zone where they can find all these holes in the zone, and my rush can't get home. Pressure them, pressure them, pressure them.
Damn, nigga, why you tired?
Pushes it back. Now it's second down. He's going to pass on second down. And the pressure gets to him again. Another sack. How about this job by the defense? A well-disguised blitz by the free safety results in a sack.
And you don't blitz the free safety much because he's a guy that stays back usually. But what do? You said well-disguised. That's what you got to do. You got to make it look like you're dropping for a pass.
And the quarterback is sacked. There are penalty flags down, but
Yeah.
this might be doubly bad for the offense. I think the penalty might be on them. They'll decline that penalty, obviously very happy with the results of the play. The Sun Devils will punt this one away. Gets the first one of the day out of there. He ought to be fresh. They only used him twice in that victory last week. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. So the Oregon Ducks offense taking the field. First chance we have to see them today.
I bet spill. I don't know.
On the outside, Jesse, a big play weapon for the offense, a shutdown corner for the D.
They say big-time players make big plays in big games, so who gets the best of this matchup? That's going to determine the game.
I mean, such a fun chess match. How much are they on each other during the game? The head-to-head matchup that everybody wants to see.
They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there. Still a little ground covered. Pick up the first. Here comes the offense on second down. Quarterback checking the play. Wants to throw on second down. Looking for a huge play. He's got it down the left side. And they'll do more than move the chains. They'll move that thing more than 30 yards down the field before he's finally stopped. Keep spinning the bean like that, and you start to believe this kid might have the talent to someday be the third 10,000-yard passer in Oregon history.
No doubt. And you know what Ducks fans love? They love points. They love offense. They love playing fast. That's what they are. That's who they are. That's what they want their teams to be every single week.
He's got it. Touchdown, Oregon. Reeled it in and just made the house call.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game.
Yes, sir.
They've got a lot of speed, and they've got home run hitters. They scored fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defense all year long.
And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they get it into the end zone on a 36-yard touchdown pass. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Arizona State has the ball back in the offense, making its way onto the field. David, the punter got some work last time. They'd like to keep him on the sidelines in this drive.
Yeah, it's not something you want to say very often. You don't want the punter out there. This offense needs to get back lathered up and get a little bit more of a lead.
Best way to do that, identify where your best players are and just get them the football. Give these guys some touches to kickstart this offense.
They've got a 1st and 10 at the 34. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
pulls and fires complete. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
Really nice job by the defense, keeping everything in front of you in that situation and rallying to the football. And now you're rewarded with 3rd and long. So we'll see on this next play if they do the same thing here or if they sell out and bring the blitz.
Now he's going to break the pocket. Quarterback gets the first down and more. And he slides down and gets just enough to move those chains.
That's wild. Like, why is that shit taking forever to boil?
Sun Devils want to pick up the tempo.
Nice job. Nice way to end that play for the QB. He does a really good job scrambling, getting the first down, and getting down. Because defensively, I'm trying to get a lick. Anytime I can hit the quarterback, that is a win.
And they'll finally bring him down after he rips off a huge play.
Ooh, I like that option play. I'd keep running that too because it's obvious. The defense right now is really keying in on this running back. That was a big point of emphasis for them all week long in practice, and it's opening up holes now for the quarterback to run.
Coming out on first down with the play fake. Going to try to get it himself. Good run on the play, and he slides to avoid the hit.
Nice job by the QB.
This nigga just feeling himself.
He wants to throw the football, go through his progressions. Nothing home, take off, and slide. I love the slide at the end. Don't take a big shot.
And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Arizona State!
And I like the running back's vision. He sees the hole, explodes through it. He knows where the goal line is, gets in the end zone, gets 6.
And they tacked on the extra point. So an 82-yard drive there. And it was punctuated by an 11-yard run for the score. From back of the end zone, he'll bring it out. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. Boy, David, they would love to stack another touchdown on top of that last drive.
And this offense did such a good job on the last drive. Everything in rhythm, moved the ball down the field, didn't make those mistakes, Jesse, and they need to do it again on this one.
Yeah, you're right. They had the defense on their heels. You wonder what sort of communication was going on that sideline. What sort of changes were they able to make? Because they got to stop the bleeding right now.
They can really be aggressive after that last play at 2nd and 3. Running back searching for a hole. Maybe picked up a couple. He's down at the 24.
And offenses want to continue to feature the run. They want balance. Even if it's not super successful, you can take it little bit at a time just to keep that defense honest.
Boy, could they use a conversion on 3rd and short from their own 24. Trying to pick it up on the ground. They'll move those chains, getting it out to the 29-yard line and trying to get this drive rolling.
Nice job by this offense converting the 3rd down. Listen, 3rd and short, they know you're going to run the football, and they still did a great job being physical. 3rd downs has been such a struggle for this offense. Bottom 50, one of the worst in college football. Nice job on that play.
They make the stop, but a good pickup there on first down.
Well, a nice gainer on that running back screen. How about the offensive line getting downfield and getting blocks to really help out the back, find some space to go to work?
Out of the gun, the inside give. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
I'll be honest, that is a formation and a play call I was never expecting to see in this game. This offense is one of the top 10 passing units in the entire country. I'm surprised they even have goal line in their playbook. What are we doing?
Turns it on in midfield. And chunk plays are the name of the game, and they get one here before the defense finally makes a stop.
And how about that on third down? You give it to your playmaker in the backfield, and he's able to use his speed to go get the first.
And he's a guy that you should be focusing on with this offense. He's definitely a game breaker. He's a guy that they starred, going into this matchup that they had to stop. Third down, money down. You figured they might probably get him the football. They do, and they get the first down.
We're through one period, and these receivers are showing out big time. Take a look at the stats. First down to start the drive after the break. Motion trying to get the defense to show his hand. Oh, and he can't hold the pitch, and the ball's loose.
Bullshit.
Now the defense has got it, and they're going the other way. And they'll drag him down.
He touched the back of my leg, and I just happened to motherfucking. Come on, bro.
Hit like that will absolutely light up the sideline, light up the stadium, change the momentum, and help you win a football game, because that hit is what caused that fumble.
Looking for a crease. It's Barnes. He's knocked down in the back.
I'm right there, though.
And not much running room. He had to break a tackle and still break another tackle to try to get back to the line of scrimmage. Not good blocking on the play.
But that's what coaches always emphasize, too. Never assume a teammate's going to make the tackle. You run to the ball, and they did it there.
100%, especially guys that are so big.
Fires deep toward the end zone. And the ball is intercepted.
Good defense.
Really nice focus by this sophomore, and he jumped on his chance to make a play.
Man, these defenders practice this all week long. It's locating the football with your eyes. Great job being in position, but also, how about getting your head around and locating the ball in the air so you can go up, pick it off for the defense?
Later. Pay attention. At 8:45, taste the noodles and see what they're done.
And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. After that last drive, he came back to the sideline, and the coach probably said, "You dropped it? You didn't pick it up? Come on, get on the ball, David."
No, that's not what he said. He said, "You're doing a great job. Just keep your head up." Oh, yeah, he got blasted. You got to hold on to the football, Palmer. Turnovers decide games. Those are big plays.
It's tough on him, too, because he knows he let his offense down on that last drive. So you know that guy's eager and anxious to come out here and make a play.
Offense gets set for second down. Takes this handoff and headed to the right. He is tackled, but it'll be a fresh set of downs. The Ducks trying to win the day by running for another first down.
Run the football. It's always been the staple. We can go back as far as you want with Oregon teams. The ones that were good, they were built on the running of the football, the physicalness. Run the ball, baby.
Looking to move it through the air. The throw to the outside is complete. And they're able to force him out of bounds after a short pickup. And the short completion brings up second down. Wide receiver now comes in motion. Quarterback changing the plays at the line. On second down, he'll fire. They're trying to get to it. And he can't escape, and down he goes.
Come on, fellas.
One of the things I love about this defense is they're so versatile in ways they can get after the quarterback. In their last game, they came away with 5 sacks, came from all over the place. They got the win. So you know in this one, they're going to dial up a lot of different looks. It's going to be tough for this offense to try to keep their quarterback standing up straight.
On third and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Makes the grab. He's got first down yardage across the 50. They'll mark it at the 49.
There's a reason third down is called the money down. What a great find by the quarterback. Great job finding his receiver. At the end of the game, you look at third down percentages. It tells a huge story, and it goes a long way in deciding who wins a football game.
See you later.
The give to the back.
Noodles.
They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5. Sometimes people say, if you're good enough, what's the big deal about going on the road? Well, if you're not careful, you might find out in a spot like this one, guys.
Yeah, no doubt about it. This is a hostile environment, and you know you're going to be getting the opponent's A game for this one. They've circled this one all off season, so they better be ready to bring it today, Dave.
And the hardest thing to do in college football is to go on the road. Everything about it changes, and you want to shut this crowd up early. You don't want to give them belief, because if it starts to build throughout the game, look out.
They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Caught near the sticks. It's Moss. He gets it to the 38-yard line, and they'll pick up a fresh set of downs. And the Ducks getting set on 1st and 10.
Not yet.
Makes the catch. It's Moss.
And quarterback receiver on the same page. Nice job seeing this.
We'll check them again in a little while.
Easy pitch, easy catch.
Line getting set on 2nd down. Quarterback checking off. He wants to pass it on 2nd down. Just too much.
No, he was open.
They knock him down.
My bad, bro.
It's 3rd down now. They ought to be able to get
My
on
bad, bro.
way before the 2-minute warning. The clock has stopped, and we've reached the 2-minute warning before halftime. Ball.
Damn, you was open. Yeah. My bad, bro.
Shortcoming defense trying to rise up. They'll try to get it through the air. Right down the middle. It's caught downfield. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down. 3rd down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
No, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmies and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide, and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
Looking for a crease to the left. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
And sticking to the run. I tell you what, a lot of teams that are really good are really stubborn. And they continue to run the football even with little success. So this offense is going to continue to focus on running the football. You can tell.
He's back to throw on second down. Can't hang on in the end zone, and that one is going to drive him crazy when he watches it. It'll be third down.
Well, you usually don't get that wide open in the end zone. If that ball comes in like that, that's a play the receiver has just got to be able to make for his team.
We definitely got to make that.
On third and long, try to convert through the air. Trying to get to it.
I missed you, R1.
Picks up the first down
Well,
and
good
gets
shit.
down to avoid contact.
Man, these plays are just so demoralizing for defenses. You did a good job. You got him in the third and predictable situation. What does he do? Finds a way out of it, makes a big play. Now he's set up first and goal. Forget that play. Now let's hold him to a field goal.
He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2.
And this is the area of the field where you need a really good back. You can depend on, you can give him the football. He's going to hit a little crease and just lower his shoulder, be physical, be powerful. You saw last week he got a rushing touchdown. I look for this offense to continue to feed him and maybe get him another one today.
Trying to get in the end zone again. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line. They'll use a timeout right before halftime.
Take the news, see you later.
2 more plays.
They done?
Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Tries to slither forward on the sneak. Wedges, pushes, and he's over and in for the touchdown.
And that is exactly what you want from your offense. Man, late in the half, you want to execute and then punch it in physically on the ground. Take the lead going into the half. Take all the momentum. Nice execution on the drive by that offense.
What's up, Moody?
So here comes the kickoff after the touchdown, and the last thing you need right before the half is to give up a big return.
You gotta get a bath. You stink.
From a couple of yards deep, he'll bring it out. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stops at the 14. Under a minute to play here in the first half. The offense will take a knee, and that is how we'll wrap up the first half. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, who's got a better seat there today in Tempe than you do?
What? Bluetooth. Good.
The Sun Devils will kick it off to start the second half. On the run from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. They start this third quarter with the lead, but they might want to think about shoring up that protection.
Yeah, the good news is you're leading on the scoreboard. The bad news is your quarterback doesn't feel like it because you can't protect him. So, David, adjustments in pass protection, that has to be something they were talking about here at halftime.
100%. Just you can't get him hit that much. He's still doing a good job delivering the football, but if you keep hitting the quarterback enough, man, they'll start to see ghosts, they'll panic, and they'll make some of those mistakes.
Nice patience by the quarterback here working against zone coverage. He was allowing his receiver an opportunity to find that open space in the defense before pulling the trigger.
Dragged down at the 30 after a 5-yard gain.
And that's all you want, right? You want that first down, understand the situation, understand I got to get north and south, get a first down, get a new set of downs.
Quarterback will audible. He's going to pass. Going up top. Oh, what a grab by the defense. Taking it the other way. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
Man, that is how you get it done as a defense when you're playing cover 1. Like, you got the middle of the field safety, man. Everybody else is manning up. Nice job running with this guy, seeing the football, breaking on it, making the interception, making the big play for this defense.
He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there.
The big defensive tackles in the middle, they're not always the best pass rushers, but they are strong, and I say country strong. They put their hands on you, you feel it. They lock people out on the line of scrimmage. They create separation.
Okay.
Running backs up, and usually they don't get out of the midst of those big boys.
No. Watch out.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on third down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
And he can't find a receiver, and down he goes. The idea was to sell that play fake. Nobody was buying it.
You're right, Reese. That D-line, they looked like they had their ears pinned back, and they were coming after the quarterback. You saw dudes rush upfield. They got
Touchdown, Sun Devils! And once he found open space, the band might as well start
I
playing.
knew he was gone.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge. And also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
And the returner will be brought down. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. Mistakes are going to happen, as they did on that last drive. Now, how will they respond, Jesse?
And this is the kind of guy who's going to take full accountability. That was my bad. That's on me. I'm about to lead this offense now down the field and score some points.
Dang, Palmer, I wish I'd have played with you. I didn't play with many quarterbacks that were just like, yeah, my bad. Hey, guys, I got this. Sorry about that. You should have ran a better route.
That's a really nice looking throw. And when I think about the Ducks offense, I think about explosive plays, right? In the running game, but also in the passing game. I feel like if this team is going to win the conference, they need this guy here to be able to make throws like that on a consistent basis. But I'll tell you, he really gives them a chance. He makes this offense go.
Got it in the middle. It's over.
A nice job by the defense tackling the catch and smothering the tight end. They know this offense is going to try to find him in the passing game in a lot of different situations. That time, perfect coverage, and nice job bringing the big guy down. Not easy to do.
Going to throw it over the top of the knee. And it's incomplete, going for the massive, explosive play instead. They're looking at a third down.
Great job by the DB covering deep. Listen, you always say deep to shallow, deep to shallow. Don't give up the big play. Great job by the DBs, seeing the football, going and breaking on it, and make sure the wide receiver doesn't make a big play.
Takes it from the gun on third down. Caught, close to the marker, it's Moss. Really nice job there to pick up the first down and get it to their own 41.
And it's tough on the defense there. Third down, you're in zone coverage. Everybody's watching the quarterback, and you're trying to make a break on the ball, but he just got it out of his hands too quickly, and the throw was too accurate. Really nothing you can do there, and it's now a fresh set of downs.
Trying to find his man on first down. Looking to the big tight end. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
You got to hold on to that tight end.
We could have tie game third quarter here, 2nd and 10.
You got to hold on to that.
Throw it again. Makes the grab on the left. Still running at the 40. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
What a nifty run there to pick up the first down.
First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down. Gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. And right now, he's doing some damage on this defense.
Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. He'll get that one all the way down to the 4-yard line before he stopped.
That has got to be demoralizing if you're on defense, because they just ran the ball right up the middle, down your throats, and they gashed you.
The Ducks are threatening on 1st and goal.
We're going to take some of this time.
They'll try to get it in with the run. He's got it down to the 1-yard line, right on the doorstep of Pater.
Well, this is...
Nigga said, serious.
This defense has their hands full because this running back just seems to have the nose for the end zone. Of course, he scored his last time out. He's really good down here close to the goal line, finding creases.
Looking to throw on second down. Touchdown, Ducks! They take the lead with the 6. The field position was bad. The finish was great. Great way to answer that poor field position.
Poor field position, no problem. How about it? Great job by the offensive coordinator. This offense getting in a good rhythm early, even backed up, even in a predictable situation. Great job coming out.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
Number 18, set to kick this one away.
On the move from inside his 5. He was looking for some running
Go.
room, but not much to be found as
Go.
he stopped at the 18. Arizona State is going back on offense, and they come out looking for a spark. Now they need to put something together to answer that last score.
There's a lot of pressure, too, on this offense to have to execute at a high level. They've got to score points, David, but they can't go too fast because their defense right now is tied.
And I think that's the difficulty being a play caller. Like, I have to balance all of those things. My defense is a little bit tired. I can't put on the field, but I got to be aggressive because this is a back-and-forth type game, so a lot to process and think about.
And they get him on the ground, and that'll probably do it for the third quarter. Time has expired here in the quarter, and Oregon has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. One quarter to go, and might we have the makings of a classic fourth quarter finish. They'll try to move the chains on 3rd and short from the 25. They'll try to run for it. He gets it oh so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short.
Ooh.
And the Sun Devils.
Number 13.
Punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Here's the return. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. And now that cushion is a little bit smaller, Jesse, and any mistake would get magnified.
Yeah, a little bit of pressure now on this offense too, David. I think they got to go back to their playmakers and get these guys going in the game.
No doubt, find those plays you know you can run them in your sleep. You make sure you execute, build this lead a little bit bigger, put this thing away in the fourth quarter.
They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Now on second down. He's looking to throw. Got the back over the middle. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
I want to get my running backs the ball in space as much as possible. And sometimes it doesn't work in the running game. But I can throw it to them. I can try to create some space out wide, dump him the football, let him make some catches, and see if I can't get some big plays out of him.
Snap from the gun on third down. Going to take a shot at this DB. And it's caught inside the 15. They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's first and goal.
I'm about to say, don't underthrow
These
this.
two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these third down situations.
They ripped off a huge chunk, and now a little chunk is needed to pay it off. Was to pass. And he's sprinting. He'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Oregon.
Let's go.
That'll give him a little more breathing room as they try to push this winning streak to 5. This guy's putting the Oregon offense on his shoulders, carrying them however you want, on the ground or through the air.
I mean, so fun to watch when you got a guy that can do this. And we've seen it with the Ducks in history, man. They've had some great ones that put their team on their shoulders. If you need me to run it, I'll run it. You need me to throw it, I can do that too.
Out of the end zone. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Arizona State has the ball back in the offense, making its way onto the field. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot, and you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear them.
He felt the heat, trying to get away, but down he goes. He'll lose a yard or 2.
Yeah, that's it though. That's it right there. That's that gas. Well, you might have did your thing with that. Whoa, whoa.
It's been the story of the night. The offensive line getting beat up, and this is why this team is losing. You got to protect your quarterback. This defense has had a field day with their 5th sack of the game.
On second down, looking again to throw. Complete downfield. And he breaks into the open. The 20. Touchdown, Arizona State. Hauled it in and just kept right on running to the hallelujah land.
Each and every week, I think this coaching staff does such a good job of scheming ways to get this guy the football in the passing game, and defenses can't cover him. With that last catch, this is now his 10th receiving touchdown on the season.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. And they've got a little bit of a cushion here, David. If they can add to it on this drive, it would be nice.
And it definitely makes a little bit of a difference. Knowing I'm up by more than a field goal, obviously, Jesse, my mindset switches, and I know I can't make mistakes.
Yeah, and David, I don't think they have to reinvent the wheel on offense here. What they've been calling.
An interception. Oh, did they need that turnover? And they capitalized not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position.
We talk about having to have it. We needed to force the turnover. We had to get the football back. They're in such a good position to run out the clock, try to win. No, sir. Our ball, first down.
Operating in the red zone here on second down. DB's right up on the receivers. Looking to throw on second down. Unleashes to the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, Sun Devils. Like a Thanksgiving turkey. They're just being caught. No shot. They have no idea how to get in this quarterback's head.
He's on fire. Everything he's doing is working defensively. we got to figure something out. We got to try to do
Just
something
like
a little
that.
bit different, bring more pressure. At this rate, shoot, he's on so much fire, you might as well just send everybody. Blitz everybody, live with the results, because everything else.
The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little.
And this will be picked off, a costly turnover in a tie game. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
Wow.
The pressure was rising, drama just encapsulating this entire stadium, and the defense comes up with that pick.
Yeah, so at the quarterback, he's got to be able to handle this situation. Obviously, everything gets elevated. Everything has to happen a split second sooner. You feel the crowd noise. You can feel the energy, but you've got to keep your poise. And you just wonder in this juncture of the game if the quarterback's starting to lose his cool.
The RPO, fire complete to the left. Touchdown, Arizona State! And they grab the advantage, taking the lead here in the fourth.
And it's now the second time this wide receiver has scored. Another outstanding job with the route. Great job securing the catch.
The extra point is good, and now in the fourth, they're up by a touchdown and an extra
21
point.
points.
The kickoff team on the field as they'll send this one away.
God damn.
From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. Well, let's see if this drive goes better than the last one. They were in and out quickly after the quick pick, David.
Yeah, first play, big mistake, man. Now, let's get this offense in a little bit of a rhythm. Maybe before you open it up again, Palmer, or do you trust him right away?
He seems to me like the guy.
Got a lot of running room. He's at the 40. At the 20.
Let's go.
Touchdown, Ducks! A great catch and run for 6.
You know, if I'm a play caller nowadays, man, I want more guys like this.
Let's go,
Just
Brink.
versatility. You can see he can catch it out of the backfield like a wide receiver, or he can run it. Nice job catching the football with his hands, using his speed to do the rest and get into the end zone.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic.
Come on.
Oh, and he hit the left upright. No.
Come on,
And for a
bro.
quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Week in and week out, guys, you never know what's going to happen in college football. Check this out. Ohio is currently ahead in this one inside a jam-packed Peden Stadium, but the Bobcats have struggled to really pull away. They're up by 4 over Central Michigan. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Open space at the 25. They make the stop, and this running game moves the chains as they get the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They keep it on the ground. Clock is their friend. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Might as well keep pounding that rock at this point in the game, even though it's 2nd and 12. From the gun, the ground game. He showed it all there. A little looseness, a little power, and he's got the first down. The Sun Devils come to the line with a fresh set of downs. From the gun, the running back has it. Nice move to stay on his feet. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible.
And a nice second effort by the back to break a tackle. But how about those defensive backs willing to come up, stick their face in the fan, and make a tackle?
Those are the best run defenses, too, right? It's not just D linemen and linebackers getting all the plays, but it's DBs that are willing to not just cover, but tackle backs in the open field.
Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Now facing a 3rd and long. They believe they can run right here. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. And the Sun Devils will call on their punt team. They'll look to pin them deep. No fair catches here, looking for room. Couldn't get away from that cover team, and they've got him down at 23. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. A quick strike touchdown up top the last time they had it, Jesse. They'd love to do it again.
No doubt. They've got so many playmakers on the perimeter, David. Just find a way to get these guys the ball in space.
And you already started, man. Making that big play, opening up this offense. This quarterback is feeling good about himself.
Bro, I went straight.
Right back to him.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take
I went
the
straight
penalty.
into the play.
This offensive coordinator is going to have to be creative. Time is winding down, and the offense has to move quickly. Here's the snap, ready to cut one loose. A deep throw as the clock winds down. Makes the grab on the right. And an explosive play has him on the move, and he gets it all the way to the 48-yard line. He'll come out throwing on 1st down. Fires to the wideout. Got his man all by himself. Big pickup
Fuck
before he
outta
goes out of
here,
bounds,
bro.
but there is a flag. We'll have to see if it stands. They say you could call holding on every play. Well, they did on that one. Well, that's going to make it a little tougher. It's 1st and 20. Now the quarterback changing the original play call. Here's the snap, itching to fire downfield. For the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Not a lot on the return.
You spoiled the hell.
Live with that as they've got it at the 39.
Ah!
It's such a fine line offensively. Late in the game, you got to score, you got to make big plays, but you can't turn the football over. Big-time mistake. This one might cost him.
This one was a lot like a tennis match, back and forth, up and down, and they just couldn't
Bitch
quite
ass
score enough
extra
and get the
point.
key stop to get the win.